I wanted to talk a little bit about linguistics. Do you mind?
Fuck no. I insist.
I feel like we got to bring Spencer up for this conversation because I want to catch him off guard and I want to talk about something. Can we just have Spencer come out early and just have him be here?
I think he should come out before us. Spencer Crittenden.
You cool sitting there?
I got caught in a nail. Yeah. It was a nail.
Was it sharp? Did it cut you?
No, it's a head. The head.
Pull that nail out. That's really dangerous.
Head'll fuck you up. Yeah.
Now I'm your king.
You said that to the nail?
No, he's doing Excalibur. Like he's a king of a really tiny kingdom.
Well, is he talking to us or is he talking to the nail?
I think he's saying to all of us.
Oh, he's our king.
It's a sword in the stone kind of mythology going on over here.
Anyone who believes it, I'll take it. Let's not rule anybody out.
Unite us, motherfucker.
Did you really want to talk about linguistics?
Yeah.
Shoot.
All right, so I've never talked to you about this, ever.
Uh-oh.
This is a thing I've noticed.
Shit.
It hasn't spread to Jeff, and I don't know who started it. I don't know who patient zero of this linguistic thing is.
Uh-huh.
For all I know, it started with me, spread to you. For all I know, it started with you, spread to me. Might have started with Aaron. But I've noticed it with me, you, and Aaron.
Uh-huh.
Starting sentences with, I mean. Who started it? Who started that?
That feels like a Spencerism to me.
Well, see, he owns it better than us, but...
I mean, yes, I don't do that. That was ill-fitting shoes.
Okay, so do you guys remember episode 10 blah blah blah, the Sleepy Canyoneer?
Yeah.
Colin, the Sleepy Canyoneer, is someone from which I derive a lot of my vocal regularizations. And
regularizations.
Yeah, such as regularizations. Yeah. But yeah, no, I think that he does that, and I don't think I did it too much, but I think that I did it more. I think you do it too.
I do it a ton, that's what I'm saying.
I think that
you, me, and Aaron. That's all I know.
Maybe I can picture Spencer saying it. I can also definitely say that Aaron says it a lot.
For all I know, Aaron started it.
I think
I got it from her. I would spread it to Spencer, but for all I know, also other way around. I have no idea.
I feel like it's more of an Aaronism, actually. Because I think that predates my memory of her saying that.
Do you think it's possible, Spencer? When you brought up Canyoneer, are you saying that you got it from him? You know that?
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I also wouldn't be surprised if I got it from Aaron. I mean, you know, she says it. She says it to everybody.
It's for me. I would put the money on Aaron. It sounds like an Aaron thing.
I mean, but it's not. The interesting thing about language is, like, everybody has these bookends and things. People say. So Aaron and I were talking about this. And we were talking about the prefix "I mean" and then the suffix "though," as in, "I mean this though." like that's actually a full emotional thing. Like you could point at a fire hydrant and go, I mean this, though? But the interesting thing is there's nothing in that sentence that actually syntactically conveys any information. Because but everything that the way you're saying it, I mean this, though?
But the though takes away the meaning in it. Like it's you've just subtracted the I mean from it by saying though. Haven't you kind of sort of like
I'm not
not committing to this, am I? Like
I'm not sure about that. I don't know if my brain's moving fast enough to know if I agree with that. I think what's interesting is that I mean is like one of many things where you go, look, listen, hey,
here's the deal.
At the end of the day, hey,
Ooh, I hate at the end of the day.
Some of the stuff we hate because we notice it, but we all. If there's anybody here who doesn't use those things, great on them. But I think that also the interesting thing is that I say I mean a lot, and I actually I'm looking back at the last 6 months or a year of going I mean, and I actually I kind of feel the way about it like I do about Instagram. Like I feel like actually it's bringing me closer to people. I feel like if I didn't have that canopy over my sidewalk cafe, that the sun would be harsher.
Yeah, I mean,
because that doesn't hurt anybody.
Yeah, but
my
dad has a tick. I think all that is just a time stalling tick. I mean, lots of people have them.
I think I think it's more than that. I think it's more than time stalling. Is a time stall.
Yeah, but like, if
the way you fill that time.
If you don't mean it, then don't say it. Like, I mean, so you're saying it. You're like you mean everything you say, whether you mean it or not. And like, I think saying I mean is like it's not an additive.
Well, you're in this space, like you're implying that like I just said like I shouldn't have said like
I say like too. I stutter like all the time.
I definitely think the same way. It's like it's good for all of us to do sit-ups. What could it hurt?
Right.
The I mean, which is like grabbing your belly and like going, this is me. This is like, it's like we're dripping into each other. Yeah, I mean, the way that we talk to each other. I mean, you know what I mean, though.
It's
it's
a shortened version of "Verily I say unto thee."
That's very interesting to me. I remember reading something that it's like, what does that mean? I remember reading something. That's another one. I was like, what the fuck does that mean?
Yeah.
All that means is that I'm just reminding you that since the last time you saw me, I haven't been just standing here like C-3PO shut down. I went off. I read maybe a Newsweek article that someone tweeted me, maybe, and we don't know if that guy's information was researched. But I remember reading somewhere about communication. It's so incredibly tiny. The fraction of what we say to each other is syntactical. The actual words that we say, they mean so little. Obviously, it's vital. There's absolutely no way to communicate with each other without. There's this bed of the words we say. But the words we say, there's a way I could say the word fire hydrant to you that would make you understand that I don't like you, that I've had it with you. You know, and you would
I want to know what that is.
I don't like the way you said fire hydrant. You know, like, and I'd be like, what? I just said fire hydrant. And it's like, come on. Like when we enter into relationships with each other, we drip into each other. We're still amoeba. We're still just multicellular organisms, and we vibrate air around us. But that is so. It's so interesting to me. Like, we have these little canopies and flaps and spoilers on everything that we do.
Well, the English language is very different than other languages too. Like, there's we have a lot of words for one thing, and then like Italians say, there's one word that means tons of things. Like, I was reading this book today, and I actually was reading a book today, you guys. And it was such, this is a woman writing a letter to a German, and like in World War II. I'm still reading those World War II detective novels, which are the best. By Philip Kerr, and she says, I hope this letter's making sense. My German's not that great. Emperor Charles V said, I speak Spanish to God, Italian to women, French to men, and German to my horse. But you want the horse to fucking run.
That's a really interesting thing, the idea that language is never meant to be, you know, one channel or another, like that you, yeah. I mean, that's European
wait, that
thinking.
was your takeaway?
Huh?
Was that your actual takeaway?
Well, I mean, that was, I think, her point was that she's making fun of him for being German. They're very strident, they're very direct, and she's saying like, I'm from America. Like, they'd hate you over here because you're so cynical and so direct. And like, things have one meaning. Like in American English, things have all sorts of intonations and subtexts and things like that.
I just thought it meant that like horses, like German's so shitty that horses speak it.
If I was a horse, if I were a horse, to use the subjunctive, if I were a horse, and someone tried to get me to run in Italian, I'd be like, I'm gonna go fucking take a nap.
Hey, little horsey, you feel like a galloping? I don't know. What do you want to do? You will stay in the comedy house.
Yeah, but that sounds like get the fuck going.
I'm just spreading white on white racism right now.